Hello, Weston. Chief Denis Linehan of the Weston PD here. Joining me today on this edition of Chief's Dispatch is going to be Karen O'Reilly, our Animal Control Officer for the town. And what we're going to talk about today with spring here, we're going to talk a little bit about what we can expect in the town, things to look out for, when to call us, when not to call us, or if there's not a need to call us. She's going to kind of explain that. But Karen, thank you for being here today. And can you just kind of talk to us a little bit of what we expect to see in the town with spring upon us?
Sure. So it's just about April, which means it's officially busy season in the animal world, which means it's busy in my world. So I wanted to start at the top. The black bear, we have had our first sightings of the season this past week. They have awakened from their slumber. So they are out and about, and I have several really nice ring camera footage of them doing what black bears do, which is going after bird feeders. They love bird feeders. They will actually pull them up from the ground and take off with them if they can. So if you have bird feeders out or you're thinking of it, because it is spring, you may want to just hold off on that for a while until they get enough in their belly and they can move on. Next, we have our coyotes.
Okay.
It's pup season, so you're going to see coyotes out and about morning, noon, and night. Doesn't mean they're sick. They're just trying to find food for their families. They not only have to feed themselves, they have to feed their partners and their babies. And it is this time of year where they use dens, which means they put their pups in the dens, and they will protect those dens so they can be more territorial. So I recommend if you're walking through the woods with your dog, you might want to consider putting a physical leash on your dog. If a larger dog walks into the woods and comes across a den, a coyote will defend that den, and that's when we have the dog versus coyote interactions, where our dogs are getting bit or nipped in the behind as they're being chased out. Small dogs, coyotes will look at them as a food source, so always have the little ones on a leash and very close to you. It takes only a few seconds for the coyote to grab the little ones. And then other than that, as we go down, I guess, the food chain, it is baby season for all those animals, the raccoons, all the way down to our birds. So one of the highest call volume comes from people thinking animals are orphaned. So if you see a cute little baby or bird on the ground, I just ask that you do your research to figure out how to move forward with that, because lots of these animals do not need help. Some animals, their mama will come back and get them, and we want that chance for the best survival of the baby. So everything's online now, which is great. Like, you can just go to the Weston Wildlife page, and there'll be links to all kinds of information, all the different species and what you should and shouldn't be doing. If there is any kind of question and I'm on duty, I can come out to evaluate the situation, whether it's in potentially orphaned animal, sick, injured, that type of thing. But just make sure you do your research before interfering.
Yeah, and Karen works predominantly Monday through Friday from 7 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, but she is on call, meaning, and this has happened quite a bit, where we have something off hours, something that she's not immune from doing, and she'll come in and she'll assist us with some type of animal situation that we're dealing with. We do receive a large amount of calls reference to animals. We have residents that they move into town and maybe they're not particularly familiar with seeing wildlife in their backyard, their front yard, driving to school or the office or wherever it is that they're going. So as Karen has made mention of, please just call us before taking it upon yourself to move the animal or what have you, for your own safety and really for the safety of the animal as well. So again, if you have any questions, you can always call us. If she's not there at her desk, she's extremely active. She's always out and about on the trails. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But please just reach out. And again, if she's not there, leave a message and she'll get right back to you. When she's not here, we rely on our partners over at Wellesley. Wellesley PD will lend their animal control officer to us when Karen's not available. So, and vice versa. Karen will go over to Wellesley when their ACO is out of town or unavailable to assist. So, I did make mention of the trails. We have a lot of dog walkers. So can you just talk a little bit about how that works in terms of licensing and what is permitted and what isn't?
So in Weston, we have, I think, 90 miles of trails. And I mean, I don't even know how many acres, like hundreds, thousands probably. So it attracts a lot of people from other communities to come and walk their dogs over here. It also in the past has attracted a lot of what we call as commercial dog walkers or professional dog walkers, people who walk other people's dogs during the day while they're at work. And some of them will walk groups at the same time. So before my time, I guess there was a really big problem with people coming with 10, 15 dogs. So Weston implemented a commercial dog walking program with regulations. So to be out there walking groups of dogs, these walkers have to be permitted through us. And they're required to have a certain amount of insurance. They only can walk up to 5 dogs, which some people say is too many, some people say isn't enough. Everyone has different opinions on that, but Weston does allow 5 dogs per walker. And then they come to me, they sign the regulations, they pay a fee. It's a pretty high fee to walk here in Weston, but they're able to make that up within a couple of days. So they should be wearing a lanyard with their ID, a picture ID on it. So if there's a walker out there that's, has dogs that are out of control, that aren't listening to voice command, that type of thing, you can always call me because I am unfortunately constantly chasing unlicensed walkers who just refuse to follow the rules. So most of our permitted walkers are fantastic, responsible, well-versed on dog behavior, so I don't worry about them too much. But it's the ones who come in here who just want to make a quick buck by using our land and not following the rules. So we want to kind of keep a balance between that program and the residents to cohabitate on the trails.
No, that's important because we get quite a few calls in reference to the dog walkers, the trails, parking conditions around some of these locations that are heavily populated by the folks that want to enjoy our trails here in town. So any questions on that, again, please reach out to Karen, and she'd be more than happy to provide you with more information and outline the process if you're interested in doing that. So this was a little bit of a different segment here for Chief's Dispatch, but we felt that it was important to get this message out there with it being the end of March, leading into April. We're going to start to see these things. These types of calls are going to be on the uptick, and we just wanted to kind of get that information out there. As always, if there's something that we can do at Weston PD for you, please don't hesitate to call. We're here for you, and please let us know if there's anything we can do to help. Thank you, and thank you, Karen, for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.